This is Taz and me under our Equine SunSwitch Solarium. I promised myself that when I got my own place I would have a solarium. I thought a solarium would be the ultimate indulgence, but it's so much more than that. Quite honestly, it's become a vital part of our everyday lives. The Ascot Aquarium from Equine SunSwitch, which was surprisingly affordable, is probably the most important piece of kit on the yard and something I definitely wouldn't want to live without now. Horses and humans, we all absolutely love it. My horses go under it before work. Obviously, it's deeply relaxing and it puts them in a chilled frame of mind, but most importantly, it thoroughly warms all the soft tissue, including muscles, ligaments and tendons, and not just on the surface. The short wavelength infrared penetrates deep into the main muscle blocks so that they're properly warmed up before we work, and this not only shortens our ridden warm-up time, but it also reduces the risk of injuries. And of course, the solarium is great for cold-backed horses. I also discovered to my amazement that my Equine SunSwitch aquarium can actually increase the elasticity of the soft tissue and therefore the stride length. Something that was confirmed to me when I mentioned to company owners, husband and wife team Lisa and John, that Taz's stride length had increased since starting to use my solarium in just a few months. I put my horses under it again after work to relax them physically and mentally and disperse any lactic acid that's built up, especially from fast work, and to dry them off after washing, of course. And this is where the SunSwitch aquarium really comes into its own. Its amazing wraparound coverage reaches right round the rib cage and down to the floor, so the horse dries quickly and thoroughly without any uncomfortable or dangerous hotspots. No more hanging around on a cold winter's evening for me, waiting for my horses to dry before I can put them to bed. Job done, 10 to 15 minutes. What else do I love about the solarium? Well, it's silent and safe, which is a big plus. No noisy blowers, and it's completely safe if it gets wet, so if you use your solarium as a washdown, for instance. I also like the fact there's nothing directly over the horse's head that can spook them, and unlike a canopy solarium, they don't need to stand in a fixed position in stocks. I can adjust the heat according to how cold it is and what I'm doing, and it suits horses of all sizes, so even my 12-hand companion pony can have a go. For the horse, it's like standing naked in the sun, something few of them ever get to do as they're rugged most of the year against cold or flies. Because the horse is standing in an open space, there's plenty of room to work around him while you enjoy the heat. Grooming, tacking up, trimming, clipping, massage, or getting ready to travel. And your dentist, farrier, vet, physio, and other therapists will love working in the warm too, on a relaxed horse that's easier to treat. So guess who's going to be booked into their diary first in future? The lamps are usually wall-mounted or can be hung from the ceiling at a fixed height, and the heat is fully controllable. You set the heat lower for larger horses because they're nearer the source of heat, and higher for the little guys. Another plus is that the controls are simple and intuitive, which is great for technophobics like me. You just select the amount of time you want and the level of heat for each side and press start. And once the program's complete, the unit switches itself off automatically. An inbuilt memory allows you to repeat the last session's settings at one touch, which is really useful if you find a particular setting that suits what you do regularly, or if you have a number of horses to dry one after the other. And the thorny question of cost? Well, I was surprised and delighted to discover that even though my Ascot solarium is so much more versatile than a canopy solarium, it's quite a lot cheaper. And it's remarkably inexpensive to run too. The Ascot costs around 30p per hour, so for a typical 15-minute session, that's less than 10p. As it's so economical, it means you can use it for other things too, like drying rugs and numbners and boots, not to mention your dog, and doing your own fitness workouts in comfort, enjoying the same benefits as your horse, i.e. warming muscles up and down and reducing your own risk of injury. I haven't tried a bikini, deck chair and pina colada yet, but in the depths of winter I might be tempted, although regrettably it won't give me a tan. There are other SunSwitch products that make horse management easier too. such as the infrared stable heaters and tackroom heaters, which can safely be left on overnight or left on continually in cold weather and are cheap to run. So mouldy tack is a thing of the past for us now, as are damp rugs, coats and boots. So now that I have my own yard, it's all about making life for me and my horses easy, efficient and enjoyable. My Ascot Solarium has been a revelation. It's made a huge difference to all of us, including our smaller friends. But don't take my word for it. You need to experience it for yourself. And like me, you'll wonder how you ever managed without one.